Welcome back on Diamond. Today I want to propose you a video about the unboxing and review about the White Dwarf issue 502 released by the Genestealer for July 2024. This it's really quite intriguing as White Dwarf because we can see that from the cover it's related about the new edition of Age of Sigmar 4.0 Skaventide, and I made the unboxing about the setbox Skaventide. If you're interested, you can find the link in the description, and we see that there are quite a lot of interesting things inside. So we have the Warhammer combat card that you can download the code if you're interested about, and I think that it's a good thing. They had the Mortal Realm and Warcry companion poster. I'm quite curious to see this. I hope that it's not double side, because it would be quite nice to put it on the walls and so on. I've had this, that it's the quest reference rules cards related about the new edition about Age of Sigmar, and so I'm really quite intrigued about, because you have to remember that GU gave you a lot of ways to add such basic rules, because you had the app that has, if you're interested, remember that you can download the app of Age of Sigmar, and that's the free rules available about the code rules, and also the ones that you can find in the Spearhead, the book, or so on. You can find a lot of ways, and are free also on the website, on the download side of Warhammer Age of Sigmar, so you can really download them simply, and it's nice so to have. You don't have to buy anything to be able to start to play. There are also the PDF and so on, so remember about such things. And really the only thing that I don't like about this, it's this paper that has been used to make this thing. Sincerely, I preferred when there was the cardboard. This it's ruinable really quite fast, and I like to collect also this one. So okay, and I had to break to cut off the parts to be able to open this. So it's something that I don't like, because here forget about you risk to simply ruin everything. And here we have the content side that are quite a lot. So the only thing that we remain to do is to open and see the contents, and then the White Dwarf. Slash! And now we can start to see about the inserts. Here we have the poster that I quite like, because here we have this, that it's about the materials. We have seen this in the core book, so it's nice, but it's double sided. So we have also the path about Warcry article inside the White Dwarf itself, even if in some way there could also the path that you can find in the core book itself for Path to Glory. Sincerely, it's not bad this part, but okay, if I had to choose, I have to use this, because it's really quite nice. I quite like about such, because it's really quite intriguing. It's also updated. See about action that has this, that it's the that it's the part about the Skaven, so it's really quite nice. So it's not bad at all, this thing. And I've had the inserts that are inside the White Dwarf, and here it's going to make me really crazy, because he used this thing to put the things inside, the cards and so on. Why do you put them inside the White Dwarf here? So like here you see, so in this way, instead of out, put them outside. Why they're inside? Okay, this is something that I really don't like. Anyway, you can see that we can remove, at least they're not really pinned inside, so we can take them off. And so here we have this that are related about the rules for the Age of Sigmar. So it's a really good thing, because you can see that it's really quite affordable to keep with you. Here we have the card about the code that you can use for the combat card for the game, so it's an option eventually. Here we have also the other part about the rules for Age of Sigmar, as you can see, and I quite like such effect. Here the bunker card as usually, so it's nice. And here this that as usual it's the part about the double side for the missions for the Age of Sigmar, and the part related about the Warhammer 40k. This I think that it's nice, because if you think about, you don't have quite a lot of missions for now for Age of Sigmar 4th edition, and this it's related about the 4th edition, so it's something that I really quite appreciate. And so now it's time to go to see about the content inside. And we can start also from the cover itself, that it's the same that we can find here, so with the Skaventide, I quite appreciate, even if in this case I prefer quite a lot the alternative version, that it's the same but without any variety, so I quite appreciate this. It's an amazing image about the Skaventide, so the Stomachus tenants against the Skaven. So now we can open this and see the contents. Here we can see the introduction about the White Dwarf, that it's always nice. Here the contents inside the White Dwarf, and here the inserts that has been put, that are, as we have seen, quite a lot, and I quite appreciate this. Here we can see the main list of the readers to the team of the White Dwarf, and as usual I suggest you to see about this, because you can gain quite a lot, because they could be having figures that you have not seen, ideas, maybe cause basing, painting and so on. I always find it really quite intriguing part. For example, about this we had this little part about this post that could be interesting, so little things, but they're always quite nice. Here you have so this that it's related about background, a little about the new background for Age of Sigmar, so about the citadels, and I think that it's really quite intriguing, because it makes you know better about what's happening and so on. I think that this Bleak Citadel, the citadel in general about here, it's really quite amazing one. Also such here pictures are amazing, I love such ones. Here we have this that it's related about the bunker, so a sort of way to introduce you to the hobby, to make you start to collect army and so on and play, so it's always nice. You can bypass it or so on, or use as a referral, anyway it's nice. And here we have about the Spearhead League, that it's similar to what we have seen before, but simply it's a way to improve. But I like because they bring you examples about collecting an army, for example about this Ossabo Reapers that has a scheme of color that for example I never thought about using. It could be interesting to apply, for example. It's nice, it gives you really quite a lot of various options and so on that are amazing one, even if I would like to have this fortress available once. Okay, here we have these that are the battle plans that we've seen before separately, that are the inserts, so about Warhammer 40k and here about Age of Sigmar, so it's something that I quite appreciate always about this. Here we have the article about Warcry for a campaign arc, and really here it's interesting because we've seen that has been released also the poster with this, that it's about this, and it's a different way to play. Sincerely, I don't appreciate Warcry, but it's a good way, because at least that you have a campaign and so on and develop something, and it's really quite rich. It's really quite a book by itself, because there are a lot of things. And here we have a basic training about Age of Sigmar. So here we have related about the new Age of Sigmar 4th edition, so it's really quite useful. Remember that I made also the unboxing about the set box about Skaventide, so if you're interested I leave you the link in the description, so it can be really quite intriguing. And okay, maybe you find these tactics and so on quite obvious and so on, but it's always nice to read, because they could be useful for Age of Sigmar or even for other games, because anyway it's the mindset that is important. And here I studied about painting, so different ways to paint, how to proceed to receive certain options, the techniques, the result that you can gain, and so on. So it's quite a lot. It's synthetic, but it's an article that it's really quite important to understand better about the painting itself, how to improve and so on. I think that it's quite nice. Then here we have a little about the club. In this case it's about the Japan with the Yusuhara in the region, the prefecture of Kochi. So it's quite interesting, I think, because it lets you see another way of the mailing list of the readers, so that you can see ideas changing, modifying, option about painting and so on. I think that it's always nice to see these ones, because could be really quite intriguing ones, really quite nice. Here it's obviously the option about prepare for creating a sort of challenge to yourself to paint more models. And here we have the part about the Skaventide. So here we have the battle report, so it's really quite intriguing, because they can give you quite a lot of things. Remember that you had these parts that are the schedules that you can review you. It's about the rules for Warhammer Age of Sigmar that are available in this one separately, so you can have them. And remember that are for free on the app. remember, or you can download from the site directly, and you have also the vast PDF of all the armies available. So remember that it's really quite intriguing. You have only to go to the Warhammer community and go to the section of the download to find them on the Age of Sigmar part, obviously. So it's really quite intriguing one, and I suggest you to read this, because if you never played with the new edition, and it's really quite probably because it's released really quite after has been the release about the new edition, it's a way to understand if it could be worth to try, or maybe you want to know more, or simply you yet play but you're curious about the ones that created the game, how they play and so on, or to know about the armies that you don't play usually. So it's always really quite an interesting thing, so I suggest you to see more of it, because also the imaging here could be a sort of referral for creating dioramas, for challenges and so on. I think there are a lot of things that could be really useful, and I like the format about this. I think that they reduced a bit the size of the images but added more text related, so I think that it's really quite useful one. And here I had the rules of engagement that it talk about the change of the rules with the new edition, so I think that it's really quite intriguing to understand better what has been applied and so on. Some deferment obviously also to spearhead that it's anyway it just seems about faster way to play with, and I quite like it. So there are a lot of things that you can gain from this, other than the images that are always amazing. I like this one sincerely. So quite a lot of things here about the Skaventide, so the setbox, and the part related about the notes about the leasing for the models and so on. So I think that it's really quite intriguing for the ones that like about the sculpture, the paint, the ideas related about. I think that it's really quite interesting, because they let you know more about the mutants themselves, and I quite appreciate really. These are articles that I think that they are really quite awesome, because they explain quite a lot. Here painting, so that they explain you how to paint with the scheme of colors, in this case about the Hallowed Knight, and here about the Skaven. So they can give you really quite a lot of intriguing parts, in my opinion, so it's nice. Here instead we go about the Warhammer 40k with this, that it's a Warzone Chalnath. This it's a complete background, so it's almost like buying a book for Warhammer 40k with the Warzone, and I bought all of them, or better, most of them in the past, so I really quite appreciate about such things, because they add a lot of background and explain you quite a lot of the background itself. I really quite like, sincerely, because they can give you quite a lot of news things, and I quite like also the designs that are here, so the images are amazing. And here we have another related about the Warzone, and I really quite appreciate it, because they add quite a lot of background, so it's always nice to see, and I quite like such things, and such images are always amazing. I love. Then we have this, that it's related about the chapter proofs, so the, I can say, expansion about Leviathan. Sincerely, I'm putting on standby Warhammer 40k for now, because as I made a video about a rant for the rules, I don't like how they are giving the rules for Warhammer 40k, because they made the facts about the facts about the facts about the facts, and sincerely it's becoming messy, and I don't like when they make a publish that it will be a complete revamp of the things, so that simply I had to read and all the things are coherent, so I don't have to refer and search for facts that correct other facts, that correct other facts, to be able to understand how to play. Okay, I start again. It's simply a standby, because I'm not enraged but upset with how it's done now, the Warhammer 40k, that I still appreciate quite a lot. The background is still amazing, the models are amazing, the game, it's amazing, but I don't like how now it's put. So simply it's a standby, because like this, it's my opinion. I made a video that I make you see in the description if you understand about, but it's simply that I'm tired of seeing such developing of the game as it is for the rules. Then we had this, that it's about the Paria Nexus Crusade, that I think that it's always quite intriguing, because there are a lot of things related about rules, but also background in the middle, because they can add you quite a lot of little things. So I suggest you, if you play the Crusade, to make a try. It's a sort of little campaign, and I think that it's always intriguing. So I think that you can try. It's simply something that you can appreciate. It's something that really, even if you think about not to do, because Warhammer 40k, as I said, for me it's a mess now, I think that it's still available in a good way. Here we have about the Lord of the Rings, so we have about this, that it's the Dead Marshes, so a modeling article, and it's always welcome because they give you ideas about how you can create shiny features and so on to create something really representing. I think that it's nice. Moreover, they make you see this, that it's a all-time article about how to create modeling and so on, and I think that it's always welcome such things because it's really the base of the game itself. I really quite appreciate it. Here we have the alternative about the White Dwarf, that you can see it's the same that it's at the beginning, so it's the same here, but without any variety, and I have to say that this time I appreciate quite more this, so nice. And I have what we'll find in the next White Dwarf, that it seems that it will be related again about Skaventide, and sincerely I think that it's correct because has been released the new edition, so at least for 2-3 numbers of the White Dwarf they should publish it, so it's quite welcome. Also because I appreciate quite a lot this new 4th edition about Age of Sigmar. So what to say about such White Dwarf? I think that it's really quite interesting. First of all, I have to say that it's like we have seen in a previous video, so that we have seen really a shrinkflation about the number of pages and the contents inside, even if I can see that I not felt so less amount of articles and volumes itself. I think that in some way it's even richer, it's more interesting. It's a pity that it's really missing from now on the part about the Black Rabbit, that it was a part that I really quite appreciated, so that it's quite a pity. Still, I think that it's a good White Dwarf. The contents and the inserts themselves are really quite amazing one, because the inserts add quite a lot and they are quite practical, because even only the schedules to bring you about the rules for Age of Sigmar, I think that it's nice. The podest I appreciate really quite a lot, so I am really quite glad. And the contents inside this White Dwarf are full, because there are rules, the Warcry campaign, full one, the part about the new Warzone, that it's really quite nice about Warhammer 40k, a lot about the painting, a lot about the models that you can find, the battle report, that I think that it's really quite nice. So there are really a lot of things, maybe not the best of all the White Dwarf, but I appreciate it quite a lot. Eventually make me know what you think about, because I think that anyway there is quite a lot of things to say and that you can appreciate, because there are really a lot of things inside for different people, so quite nice. At least for now, only for the White Dwarf. I decided to put in the description the link about my wish list for Amazon if you are interested about making me a gift about. I know it's the first time that I do, so I hope that it works. Anyway, it's something that it's a try. Don't feel that you have to do or so on. It's simply something that if you want to cooperate with me to give me some things that maybe I use then as a review or so on, it could be useful, or that can be useful also for the channel. So eventually you have a thing that you can share with. So from that mode it's everything. I invite you to subscribe to the channel, to ring the bell so to receive notification about new video, to comment under here about this video, or if you want to suggest me new videos. So I hope to see you again to the next time.